Many people have heard of the Munros, which are mountains over 3,000 feet in Scotland, but less people will be familiar with the Corbetts, and the Corbetts are those hills that lie between 2,500 feet and 3,000 feet, and they were a list compiled by John Rook Corbett in the 20s. He was the first Englishman to complete the Munros and the fourth person to complete them all, and the second to do all the tops. And he compiled this list, and it wasn't until after his death that his sister handed it in and it became a list and a new set of mountains for people to bag. In this video I'll be talking about one in particular and why it has a bit of importance for me on my bagging mission. Here's me at the base of this far-flung mountain in the edge of Scotland. Good morning, and today I'm hoping to climb the highest point in the Outer Hebrides, which is just over there. Let me spin you around. Up there in the cloud is the highest mountain in the Outer Hebrides, so I'm really looking forward to this. I've never been up here and it's one of the main reasons I've came, so let's hope this cloud clears. I'll explain more when I'm a wee bit further up the trail, but for now I need to get my shoes on, my bag packed, and get cracking. Let's go. Right, I've not come too far, but it's taken me longer than expected to get this far because the ground is sodden. It does say in the description that it's a boggy start. I can't wait to get a bit higher because this is one hell of a bog. Lewis and Leanne, who are back in the cottage, they're going to the beach today. They'll be glad that they didn't come here. Wonder how they're getting on. Anyway, the hill I'm going up is called Clisham, and it sits just at 799 metres, but 800 metres. And the forecast for today was an improving forecast, with the Northwest Highlands forecast on them was stating that the cloud would be above all summits by midday. Now, currently we're at 11:15, so I'm hoping by the time I get up here it might lift, but then I don't know if the Northwestern Highlands forecast covers this far west, because there's a Northwest Highlands, then there's the Outer Hebrides. So anyway, let me show you, give you a better view. I'll spin you around and show you the top of the hill. Oh, boggy, right. In the cloud is Clisham, and I'm really hoping that it's going to clear when I get up here. And I've never been up this hill, and this is quite it's a milestone, maybe a milestone hill for me. I'll discuss that more in a wee while. But I've never been up this one and I need to bag it. I'm being a bagger today, so I'm hoping that the path starts to get less boggy as it rises up the hillside. They usually do. The drainage is a little bit better because water obviously goes downhill, fills up the glens. So yeah, let's get up onto drier ground and I'll report back and give you a wee bit more information on why this is such an important hill. So up I headed, and it was really boggy, and that's another characteristic that sometimes sets apart the Corbetts and the Munros. The Corbetts maybe have less footfall, and a lot of them don't have as nice paths. Not always the case, but it can make them more tricky. Things are starting to look a little bit more promising. I'm sure it's cloudy. I'm sure I've made the right decision. I bet you they aren't away to the beach, my other half and my son. They probably just stayed in and wishing they're up here. But yeah, it's looking promising, shall we see. I'll spin you around again and show you what I'm talking about. Well, hopefully you can see Clisham is starting to, I wouldn't say it's out of the cloud yet, but the cloud is lifting and there's spells of sunshine coming and going, so I might get lucky, I might get views up here after all. It's lovely, and as I said, Clisham's 799 metres, which puts it in the category of a Corbett. And a Corbett is a mountain between 2,500 feet and 3,000 feet. I can't remember what that is in metres. 700 and something metres to 914 metres. It's the classification below the Munros, and they were compiled by a chap called John Rook Corbett. And I think in the 30s or 1920s or 1930s, he was actually the fourth person to complete the Munros. And he put this list together. There's a bit more of a definition with Corbetts. There's got to be a 500-foot drop between them, which means, in my personal opinion, they're a bit harder to do. There's less of them. I think there's 222 compared to 282, or whenever you're watching this, they might go up and down. They do classify and declassify them, so the lists do change. But yeah, there's less Corbetts than there are Munros, but you can't string loads of them together. There's lots of Munros, and you can string them quite easily together in big days. Not so much for the Corbetts. So anyway, that has got a big part to do why this is an important mountain for me. So, oh, it's beautiful. I think it is going to lift. It's just gorgeous behind the camera. The clouds are scudding by. What a place. Anyway, yeah, I'll bring you back and hopefully show you some views as I'm going up. Fingers crossed. Oh, it's getting windier and windier. I think it's going to be blowing a hoolie at the top, and my initial optimism that the cloud was lifting, yeah, I think that was just in my head, because I'm looking at the surrounding peaks and they've still got a cap of cloud in them, and they're all lower than Clisham that I'm going up. But let's see. I'll just take my time. It might clear. Go as slow as possible. Oh, I tell you what, I'm about 650 metres. I'm starting to get into the cloud now, so I'm getting a bit cold. I'm going to get the an extra layer on, I think. I wish this cloud would go. As I said, it is an improving forecast, and from the cottage we're staying at in Northton, you can see these hills, you can see the North Harris Hills. So I was just sort of waiting and watching them all morning. But eventually I just thought I need to go, or it'll be nightfall before I get up there. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to get any views or not, I'm afraid, but let's see. I'm going super slow just to give it that bit more of a chance for it to clear. So anyway, let's get an extra layer on here because it is chilly. Oh, let's get this flipped. Oh, is there hope? Is that the sunshine coming out? Or is it just teasing me? That'd be nice. Oh, let's get this hood up. Another wee tip. If you're getting a bit cold on the hill, put your hood up. I find it makes a big difference. And it'll help keep my hat from blowing away as well. Because I forgot my wee beanie hat. I left that in the van by mistake. So yeah, a wee tip for there. I do like having the hood up. Gives you a wee bit extra warm. Right, let's get going. I got my extra layer on, but as I started to ascend the steeper part of the mountain and gain some height, the wind got worse and worse, and the clouds came in. It did seem like the weather was going downhill as opposed to getting better as forecast. This is pretty brutal up here. The wind's gusting, I know, 35 miles an hour, I think. Can't be far from the summit now. I should have gone to the beach, shouldn't I? Should have stayed, gone with the dogs and the family to the beach. You never know, it might be like this down there. Maybe it's raining and windy, and yeah, maybe I did make the right decision coming here and not to the beach. But I can see the summit, I think. Anyway, I'm nearly there. I think that's the top. I hope. Bit of scrambling towards the top here. Nothing too difficult, but just got to watch where I put my feet. Woo. Wow. Wait till you see the size of this bad boy. Hopefully I'll get some shelter in here. Look at that. Huge. Oh. Hopefully I can get inside. Oh yeah. Clamber over. It's one of these ones, isn't it? Oh. I'll see if there's shelter around the other side. That sunshine coming through, might see my spectre. Oh wow, it's just clearing. Oh, look at this. How lucky am I? Don't know how long it's going to clear for, look at this. Oh, it's sliding. It's literally just cleared. Honestly, I've not been waiting for this. I've literally reached the summit. And it's clearing. I think I might get my Brocken Spectre over here if it gets brighter, the Scotch. I don't slip and fall. I know, maybe not, it's not bright enough yet, but if that sun gets any brighter, I might catch fog bows and stuff like that. Let's see. Wow, might get a photograph. That's the other thing, I need to get a photograph. Right, I'm going to sit down out the wind here and just chill for a bit. Somebody's put a wee seat here for me. That'll do just nicely. It's not too bad when you get a wee bit of shelter, but it is blowing a hoolie. Well, I'm going to sit here, chill and see if that sun comes back out. It should be really nice. Well, every now and again, it's teasing me. The sun's kind of trying to break through, and it clears ever so slightly. I think it will clear if I waited here for an hour or two, but I don't have time for that. I need to get back, and that's the reason why. Another reason why I came up this way, actually. I think most baggers. No, that's a lie. But if you're coming here just to bag Clisham and the weather isn't great, I think most people would come up this way. This is the direct route and the shortest route. There is a longer route where you can do all the other surrounding hills in a horseshoe, which looks fantastic. I'll maybe come back and do that another day. But the weather's not great, and I've got my family waiting for me back at the lodge. So that's why I came up and down this way. And I was also going to tell you why this is a bit of a milestone hill for me. As I said, it's a Corbett, of which, I don't know, I think there's 222. Anyway, this is my penultimate Corbett, leaving just one to go. And this one's been on the list for so long, but it's a prize summit. Although it's not a difficult one to get to doing the route that I've done. I think it's maybe 600 or 700 metres of ascent and not very far to walk, but there are other Corbetts which are a lot harder to get to. Because when I say get to, I mean walking from the car. To get the car to the bottom there's a bit of an expedition, getting the ferry and going over to Skye and then the ferry from the north to Skye over. God, that crow's making a bit of, that raven's making a bit of a noise. Anyway, don't know if you can hear that, it's squawking away. It is quite a commitment to come up here and get up here and bag Clisham, so I'm glad that I've got here and bagged it, and yeah, one more to go. So dear, right, not really looking forward to this descent because that path's so bloody boggy. Anyway, I think I'm going to head back down because it doesn't look like it's getting any doesn't look like it's getting any better anytime soon, and the forecast is for the winds to pick up. Although it's meant to clear, the winds are to get higher. So yeah, let's get back down to the van and back to the family. Wow, let's go. The other thing I've got to try and do is, which I've nearly forgotten about in this series of videos, is try and get a picture. It's going to be pretty difficult today, I think, unless this clears. Right, let's see if I can get a nice photograph on the way down. Let's go. As I headed off the summit, the cloud was in, the wind was still blowing, and the prospects of me getting a half decent picture on the hill today weren't looking good, and that's kind of borne out at the end of the video, as you'll see by the pictures that I took on the hill. I actually think it's the cloud's getting worse, it's getting lower, and the wind's certainly picking up. I can't remember it being this windy on the way on the way up the hill. It's blowing a hoolie. The cloud level is certainly down, you just can't see any of the hills, which you could just about see on the way up, so I can just about make the van out now. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the wee camera way down yonder. So it's gone away, it's disappeared again, so just got to get off the hill now, which pretty brutal. Don't know if the mic will be picking up the noise, hopefully not. I'll try and add the wind reduction software stuff. But yeah, getting blown about. Right, shut up, Murray, let's get down. As you can probably see and hear, it was blowing a hoolie, so I didn't do too many bits to camera. I was just keen to get back down to the shelter of the van. Okay, that's me back at the van, as you can see. Thankfully, the summit still has cloud in it. I'm saying that because usually when you have days like today and you get to the summit and it's been cloudy and claggy, usually when you get back to the car it clears up, but that doesn't seem to be happening. It just made me feel good. Anyway, let's go back and see how they've been getting on at the cottage. I'll see if I can maybe stop and take some pictures, or maybe take some pictures here, because it's really been a struggle today to get any sort of photographs, because that's the aim of these series, is to try and get a picture per video. But yeah, I'm struggling a wee bit. I might get something later on. I'll maybe go for a walk to the beach. Maybe I should have gone to the beach. Anyway. One more Corbett to go. That's Clisham done. I'll report back at the cottage. Right. Had to stop the car and come down here. Look at this. The bay don't know if this is Luskintyre, I think it's maybe part of Luskintyre or Sailboats, but yeah, I've parked the car up there and I've just come straight down here, so I'm going to try and take some pictures here. Let's see, this looks absolutely gorgeous though. Wow, what the colours are just amazing. Let's see if I can get some shots. The quality of the pictures I took on the hill, as you can see here, were absolutely terrible. So I did stop at the beach here just to see if I could get some nice shots, but I don't think they came out that well. I mean, they're all right, very, very average. So I headed on and stopped at this rather spectacular viewpoint. Right, I've just stopped again. I'm going to take some pictures here, but look at this. This is from the van window. Isn't that wonderful? Wow. You can see Clisham away over yonder, still got its head in the clouds, so that's good. Let's take some pictures here. Nice easy one to stop and take some pictures at. So this might be tonight's picture stop here. God, I'm starving, I need to get home and get something to eat. What a place though. So I think the picture of the beach, that last one's probably way better than the picture of the mountain, and the day on the beach was probably a lot better than the day on the mountain weather-wise. My wife and my son and my two dogs had a fabulous time walking along these amazing beaches, but those are the sacrifices that us baggers have to make if we want to get through all the Munros and the Corbetts. Anyway, enjoy this footage. It might have been taken not on the day. Anyway, this just gives a wee indication of what's to come on some of the remaining videos, because the weather took a turn for the better. Stay tuned and enjoy some turquoise waters and Caribbean scenes from the Outer Hebrides. We'll see you on the next adventure.